Speaker. Permission to speak on the bill.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We've heard a lot of talk today about politics. One word I just heard that really I really don't like the word is hypocrisy. I don't like to use the word. I think it's a very strong word. I think that's something you don't know. You can never really know. You don't know the personal feelings of someone. You don't know what they're thinking. And it was talked about when she was talking about us not having a plan, which again, that's not true either. We offered a plan before we left this session last year. It was a very well thought out plan of how we could continue to allow businesses to operate. We had that completely laid out. It passed out of this chamber, as a matter of fact. But that fell on deaf ears. We also asked the governor to please let us adjourn this session when all this happened last year. Let us adjourn this session and call us back into special once we can figure out where we stand. And we could have made a whole lot better decisions at that point. We would have known where we actually stand on the budget. We would have known what was happening with the economy. We would have seen where the virus was going. We could have done a lot of things had that have happened, but it didn't. And I want to, as I talk about my comments and I finish these comments up, I want you all to think about one question as I go forward, as I talk about these things. For those of you who are voting no on this, those of you who are arguing against it, those of you who are saying it's political, those of you who are saying it's hypocritical, I want to ask you, would you feel the same way if this was the previous governor? For me, voting yes, I can tell you that I believe that this is a good idea, regardless of who the governor is. We've heard a lot about the governor's decisions throughout these discussions, and these were decisions that were made unilaterally. He made these independently. He made blanket decisions when not everyone was in the same situation. Some of those businesses could have remained open when he did the blanket shutdown. But you hear us say quite frequently in this body that the more eyes and ears and opinions that are included in the discussion, the better the decisions would be. Now, would have all those decisions been different? Probably not. Some of those would have been the same. But I can also tell you that some definitely would have been different. And the lady from Letcher just a few minutes ago admitted that some of those decisions may not have been perfect. Could they have been perfect? Could they have been made better? We don't know, because the legislature was never included. And I heard a statement a few minutes ago saying that people need to be heard, that they didn't know what was in this bill. First of all, this bill and these ideas have been discussed for 6 months now. And this bill has been out there all week. There's been plenty of time to read it. There's been plenty of time to ask questions. There's been plenty of time to give feedback. So there's been time for the people across this state to reach out to us. I know that I've gotten several emails this week from people across the state on this particular bill. But again, the ones that have not had their voices heard are the people all across this state for the past 9 months, due to those individual decisions by the governor. The people that we all represent, just as the speaker said the other day. And there are varying opinions on all of this. And what you're hearing, and what some folks want you to believe, is that there are only two sides to this. You either are for saving lives, or you're for opening the economy. But I truly believe that most people in this state fall right there in the middle of both of those. That we can do both. We can protect the economy of this state while doing it in a safe manner to protect the health of the people that we represent. And we believe that the more people that are involved in making these decisions, the better these decisions will be. And that is what this bill does. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.